I got to watch Steve McQueen's Apple TV movie, Blitz. Now, I have openly said that I don't like the idea of a World War II film, just because I'm not really the target audience for this. But when given the chance, I went to see it because it was from the perspective of a young mixed-race boy named George as he navigates the world around him from being evacuated from Blitz, London. The big thing that I didn't expect myself to like as much was the musical notes. Saoirse Ronan has an amazing vocal range and quite noticeably has a great face for period pieces. As I watched this more and more, I noticed that she perfectly fitted into the 1940s world, but at the same time, she had this kind of like timeless look. Other than bringing an amazing performance to her voice while singing, she was also really great at doing a Cockney accent, which I will say at the moment is my native tongue. So if you're going to do a Cockney accent, I will be very much critical of it. But it was a great performance nonetheless. However, when it comes to performances, George, played by Elliot Hoffman, stole the show. This young, incredibly talented actor gave us a range of emotions and just dealing with different situations, including identity crisis, such as understanding his character going through the motions of who am I and where do I stand. I just didn't expect this type of performance from a young actor at such an age, and more importantly, as his first big out role. Really excited to see what else he has to bring to it. However, I will be really critical of its editing choices. I felt like there was this weird will they, won't they moment between Saoirse Ronan's character and Harris Dickinson's character. And it just felt like it wasn't complete because of editorial changes. On top of that, it felt like some parts of the storyline was incomplete. And at points there were certain directorial choices to include in, I think it was flowers, and it just didn't have much of a meaning. It looked nice, of course, but it just didn't add meaning to it, so why was it included? On top of that, I just felt like there were points where it was overfeeding the audience in terms of the storyline. Would have been nice to be a bit more playful with certain directorial choices, but for what it's worth, it was okay. And I would recommend going into it, even if you don't necessarily like World War II films, because it was a different perspective, and I wish there were more storylines that gave the perspective of either women in working class backgrounds or what it was like to be a person of color during the World War. So this was a really great film, and to do so. Would I say this is one of the best works for Steve McQueen? Not really, but I think that in order for stories like this to be told, someone has to make the first step. I give this film 3 stars. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and tune in for more reviews.